Tigers Town talk. Here we go. Yes, yes, yes. We are at the end of July. It is awesome. We only got August and September left. It's going to be an awesome, 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 awesome month. Lots of things to talk about. Harmony, are you excited? Are you not excited? The trade deadline is officially over. I don't know if you heard the breaking news, but Top Fan Rivalry has officially acquired Scooble in a trade with the Tigers. He now officially plays for Top Fan Rivalry. So, what are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts are, if I were still, I would reject the trade.
Listen, we picked him up for fungo bats and batting practice balls. So, 6 buckets of batting practice balls and 3 fungo bats, and he's ours.
You better have taken Javier Baez as well.
No, but we took his third cousin, who's 12 years old, in the amateur to the amateur to the third amateur draft. So it was
Oh, okay.
pretty awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna take him. Yeah, yeah. Don't worry about it. It's not a family thing anymore. Harmony, talk to me about the trade deadline. The trade deadline is officially over. Talk to me about it.
So we traded away Carson Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and kind of as soon as we traded away, I knew that Flaherty was the goner. Carson Kelly was his catcher, much like Jake Rogers is Tarek Scoogle's personal catcher. Um, and then we traded away Chafin and Flaherty and Mark Canna. I think Mark Canna is a good pickup for the Giants. Sorry,
Okay,
Bill. I
fine.
think what?
I said that's fine. The Giants basically traded away half of their team, so I'm not too upset about it.
I think Flaherty, and I'm really sad to see Flaherty gone because I think he was having an amazing year, like a
Yeah,
comeback year.
yeah.
Um,
This one was hard. That one was hard.
yeah, that was a heartbreaker. But what do you think from the Dodgers' perspective about
Um, there's
Flaherty?
there's a lot of moving parts right now. Nobody's talking about Yamamoto and how hurt he really is. I know that Walker Buehler is making his way back, so to speak. And he's got to. There's only like 50 some odd games left, and it's a contract year for him.
Mhm.
We don't know how long Clayton Kershaw is going to be able to pitch. We know Dustin May's out. We know Tony Gonsolin's out. We know that Image Feehan's out. So the rotation relies right now on Tyler Glasnow and Gavin Stone. Who knows about Bobby Miller? So this was actually a really good pickup for the Dodgers. They're, I think, 6.5 or 7.5 up on the Padres to start tonight. So this was a really, really, really good pickup.
Yeah,
And so I liked it. You guys got 3 prospects from it, or 2 prospects,
yeah,
which make your team younger, which is kind of what you need in that division. Really, kind
yeah,
of what you need in that division. So I like these moves. Um, you know, the pickup for the Dodgers just solidifies more of the rotation. It also tells us that Yamamoto is out for longer than they're anticipating.
yeah. Um, and I think Trey Sweeney is the name I know. I don't remember who the other person was that was in the trade, but
I'd have to look it up.
Sweeney, Sweeney's a shortstop, and he's in AAA right now. So I'm hoping this means baseball gods, please let this mean this is the end of the Javier Baez experiment with the Tigers. Please, please.
Well, it honestly, it that would be awesome. That would honestly be an awesome thing for you guys. You need to stay young. You're in a
Mhm.
division that is very winnable. You don't have a powerhouse in that division. So you need to stay young. I like this. I really, really like this move for you guys going younger.
Yeah.
So, what else do I know, right?
Yeah. And the
So,
Tigers always are pretty young, but it's always nice to get younger and maybe find a shortstop that's actually hungry. I
yeah.
think with Javier Baez, he just wasn't hungry anymore.
Well, some players, and this is a weird thing to say, but some players they really do they get the big contract, and then next thing you know, they're like, what do I got to worry about? I'm good, I'm solid, I'm golden, right? And that's not the That's not the way that you play the game, right? You play it to
Yeah.
be hungry. You've been to enough minor league and major league team games where you've
Mhm.
seen guys who are literally awesome and are playing
Yeah.
to be, to get there. And then there are guys that are just there and they're like, "Ah, whatever, we're good."
Yeah. And
But
Baez already won a World Series with the Cubs. Cubs franchise, I still hate you for not keeping him, but whatever. Sorry, Cubs fans. Um, but yeah, I think he's not hungry, and it's unfortunate because he could have
yeah,
really helped.
yeah. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think, you know, coming out of the All-Star break, I thought you guys were gonna be hot. I really
Me,
did. And the two games that you guys had against the Dodgers that we gifted you, I thought, well, gee, that'll work out. And then you took 2 out of 3 from Toronto, and I thought, okay, we're making our right moves. And then you get the
mm-hmm.
Guardians, and you take 2 out of 4, which all it did is click off 4 games off the schedule, right?
Yeah,
And then you lose 2 out of 3 to the Twins, and you lose both games to the Guardians.
yeah,
So you kind of you went up a little backwards in July. Now, August. Talk to me about August, Harmony. I'm going to read this to you. So starting on Thursday, you get 4 at home against Kansas City. To me, those are
oh,
must-win games. You have to win those games. And then you've
yeah,
got 3 with the Mariners in Seattle, 3 with the Giants in San Francisco, and then back home to play the Mariners for 3 and the Yankees for 3. And that leads you up to the 18th of August. So those are some pretty tight games with teams. In fact, every single one of those teams is either leading their division or in the playoff hunt.
yeah.
And so,
Except for the Giants. Are the Giants in the playoff now?
yeah, they are. They're 5 out in the wild card. So yeah, they're still in the playoff hunt. You can't say that they're not. The end of the month though gets 3 in Wrigley, 3 against the White Sox, 3 with the Angels, and 2 with the Red Sox. So the Angels, White Sox, and Cubs, out of those 9 games, you guys could easily take 7 out of 9.
Yeah.
But so talk to me about the schedule. Are you nervous yet?
Yes. I'm sorry. Will you repeat that?
What's making you nervous about it?
Oh, I'm really nervous about the Royals.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. So
yeah.
you have so I'm just pulling up the MLB schedule here first. I mean the standings here for a second. So as of the time of the recording, the Tigers are 52 and 57. So that means they played 109 games. So that means they have 53 left to go.
Yeah.
53 games left to go. They're 14 back in the division and 7 back in the wild card. I I'm not going to pronounce you dead on arrival, but I'm definitely going to say 14 back starting August is too much to come back from in the division. Now, 7 games in the wild card, yeah, I can see that happen. I can see that
Yeah.
happen.
Me too.
But what are your thoughts?
So I think if we can take 3 of 4 or even 2 of 4, if we can split or win the series, because I don't think we're gonna split Kansas City. Um, I think we'll be in a good position for the wild card at least, because
Mhm.
um, and then you said we have the Giants or we
Yeah,
have the Mariners.
Mariners. So you have
Mariners.
Kansas City at home, and then you have Seattle and San Francisco on the road.
Okay, the Mariners. Gosh, the Mariners are gonna be tricky. But I think if we can pitch around their hitters like a Randy Rosarena, um, I think we'll be okay. Because they can pitch, but I feel like the Tigers have good pitching also. It's just their offense is a struggle, but so we'll see. I'm optimistic about Mariners taking 2 out of 3. And then the Giants, I don't know. I really haven't paid that much of the Giants of the nah, nah, nah. I really haven't paid that much to the Giants this season.
Yeah. Well, the Giants right now are 53 and 55. They're 10 and a half games back. They're 4 back in the wild card, but they've won 4 in a row. They've won 6 out of 10. They have a plus minus 16. So they're minus 16. So they're getting outscored, but they're definitely a team to watch for sure.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think the Tigers do?
Um, Next question. No, I'm teasing. Uh, I here's so the Tigers just have to focus in. I had a conversation with 2 Tiger fans last night in a podcast that will be aired next week, and we talked through pretty thoroughly. And the answer that I came up with was simple. Okay. The Tigers can't scoreboard watch anymore, and instead of winning things out, they just have to win series. So you have 4 game series against Kansas City, you got to win 3 out of 4. You go to Seattle, you got to take 2 out of 3. You go to San Francisco, you got to take 2 out of 3. So
Mhm.
you just have to win series because if you can win, typically in a week you'll play 6 games. If you can go 4-2 in a week over a month, that puts you at 16-8. If you go 16-8 to start out the month, or I mean to go through the next month, that will put you at 68 and 65. But I guarantee you that will put you closer in the wild card race.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I and I mean you guys have lost 3 in a row, but hey, look at the bright side. The White Sox have lost 15 in a row.
Yeah.
15 in a row.
Yep.
They're 27 and 82.
Yeah.
Oof. Oof. I should probably just pull out the E card on my next ITL, right? You are eliminated.
Mm. But my question was, what do you think they do, not what do they need to do?
What do I think they do? I think that they bring over some of the people that they got the prospects in the trade, in their trades, right? And they gear them up in AAA, and maybe a couple of them um, come up towards the end of the
Mhm.
season. Maybe we have a situation where Javi Baez is hurt and you
Yeah.
bring up one of them to get a few at bats. Maybe Javi Baez goes on the quote unquote 10-day IL with a
Yeah.
pulled tooth muscle or something. And you bring up one of these kids for a 10-day stint and you see how it all plays itself out. That's probably the answer. But what do I know? I don't know anything. So
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah.
that's what
We'll see.
I think will happen.
I think this Royal Series is going to be important. I think if they can take 3 or 4, they'll be in a good spot for a wild card.
I'll tell you right now, if the Royals take 3 out of 4 from you, and
Yeah.
they pick up 3 games in the standing, right? On you. At that point, I would say you're probably not going to get the division,
No.
and that would probably put you 8 or 9 games out, um, 8 or 9 games out of the wild card with
Yeah.
50 or so, 49 games to play, and probably too much to do at that point. Maybe you look at bringing up some of your other talent, looking to see what happens and things like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, but I do think that they can take 3 out of 4 from the Royals. The Royals are hot though, so
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. The Royals are absolutely hot.
Mm.
So, yep, yep,
We'll
yep.
see. We'll see. 10 games. I know I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. 2022. At the beginning of, I believe it was the beginning of September, the Mets had a 10-game lead over the Atlanta Braves, and the Braves ended up winning that division. So
100%. It
so
happens. It happens. Um, well, Tiger Town Talk or Tiger Town Talk. I, I almost said Tiger Talk Town. Tiger Town
Mm.
Talk followers, we love you. We appreciate you. This is a short episode. Harmony has got things to do. So we are going to get you there and letting you get what you need to get done. But that being said, Miss Harmony, let's do it again in a couple of weeks. Maybe we'll get a guest or two on and we'll talk a little bit more Tigers baseball and we'll see where we're at.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one, Harmony. Oh, by the way, if somebody out there is a Tigers fan and they need a dugout mug, they absolutely have to have one. They can't live without it, right? They
Correct.
cannot live without this dugout mug. What discount code did they use?
Tiger Town Talk, all capitals, no spaces.
Yep. Bada bing, bada bang. So, all right, Miss Harmony, we'll do this again soon.
All right.
All right, thanks.